So I mean, I think Singapore has this own, Malaysia, Indonesia, India, even. It's definitely like a Central Asian thing. I've noticed from I've interviewed a lot of folks who've worked on super apps across, and it's an interesting concept because it's not something that really happens in the West. I think the closest thing we have is maybe Facebook, because you've got Facebook Market. I'm wondering if they're actually working on their own. I don't know if it. See, the thing is, because we have search is so easy to use, and it all lends itself to Latin-based languages. I'm not sure how these things translate well in the Western markets. What's your experience with them?
Yeah, I mean, that's a super helpful overview. Again, I'm not anywhere near, other than, I mean, would you consider like WhatsApp becoming a super app? I mean, I mean, it's starting to add more and more capabilities. Would you say that it's on the path to be, or would you say it already is one?
I think Facebook is. I mean, I'm not sure if WhatsApp is. WhatsApp is adding features in Asia. I'm not sure how many features it's really adding in. Like in the UK, it's still just a basic SMS style app, right? So I mean, yeah, I mean, it has the potential, but it's whether people want to do that. I know buying stuff through WeChat was like the big thing, like payment services and whatnot. And a friend of mine, she went to China recently because she has family out there, and she just said it's so much easier just using WeChat. Like it's just the whole thing. Where we're trying to redesign the web through like browsers and whatnot, it's just the freedom and sort of the freedom of speech and democracy that you get in the West. It does add a layer of chaos to actually reach that, because the tools, like the search box, is basically the ultimate piece of democracy, right? Your freedom of speech. You write anything in there and something will come up, right? Mm-hmm. Theoretically, like depending on the search engine. But like these services in sort of like Asia, which is a lot more locked down, it's just ease of use. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you've ever seen the Steve Jobs film with Magneto. I'm not sure what the actor's name is. I know he's played Magneto. That's why I call him Magneto was Steve Jobs.
Is that the Ashton Kutcher one?
No, not that one. But basically the Steve Jobs film where it's done in 3 parts, and basically it's filmed all around like when he's about to give like the big Apple Expo things, and it's like side getaways. And there's a scene in there which is apparently really accurate, according to Steve Wozniak, where Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak are arguing about where Apple should go, and Steve Wozniak said it's all about customability, like allowing people to change things, and Steve Jobs like, no, but that's not what people actually need. They want something simple that works. And I kind of see like the WeChat model is the simple that works. It's kind of locked down, but you can just do the activities that you need, where the customability gives you the freedom, but realistically, how much of that freedom are you actually using? But then it's like, this is like maybe where the cultural thing overlaps on technology. So yeah, no, I think, I mean, the super apps haven't really hit, unless you've got, say, banking apps, which have certain things where, like, in the UK, you have an app called Monzo, which is like a digital bank, and they have sub-apps within them in that, like, you can set like targets for saving money. You can set like, spending habits, or like money to give to like a loved one. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's trying to create a whole bunch of actions, which is on a very low level, is app-ish, because it's like targeting. But yeah, no, Facebook is the most obvious one. Like if they were to tie.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good example. And this.